NASA are hard at work developing Artemis II after Artemis I successfully lifted off from Pad 39B after many delays. Its destination was the Moon. To test how viable a space launch system is at getting astronauts from Earth to the Moon for the 2025 Artemis III mission, which would see humans land back on the Moon for the first time in 52 years, but this time to stay. By pre-launching all required modules for a lunar habitat, NASA will be able to keep people on the Moon using the Lunar Gateway, which is a lunar station proposed by NASA. With the first module due to launch on SpaceX Falcon Heavy next year in 2024, NASA are getting closer and closer every day to their next test flight. Prior to the landing, Artemis II will carry crew from Earth and fly around the Moon on an 11-day mission. While Artemis III has not yet got an official time for its mission, after Artemis II, NASA will be under extreme pressure to launch Artemis III on time, with an SLS rocket taking almost 2 years to build from scratch. And with the proposed launch date being late 2025 and Artemis II being a year into its construction, and with the mobile launch platform being unable to currently hold a rocket after Artemis I blew the doors off the elevator along with some damage to the fuel lines on the mobile launcher, NASA have a lot on their plate if they want to launch next year. The SLS consists of a giant core stage flanked by 2 solid rocket boosters. The core houses 2 large storage tanks, one for liquid hydrogen and another for liquid oxygen. The second stage of SLS is the interim cryogenic propulsion stage, which is derived from the Delta cryogenic second stage, which is 5 meters wide and hosts a single RL-10B2 engine. This engine produces 110 kN of thrust with an exhaust velocity of 4.565 kilometers a second. Orion, NASA's newest spacecraft, is developed to be capable of sending astronauts to the Moon and is a key part of eventually sending them onto Mars. Orion's service module provides propulsion capabilities that enable Orion to go around the Moon and back on its missions. The consumable storage system of the service module on Orion provides water, nitrogen, and oxygen to the crew. Capsule, stored in tanks. Water is provided by the water delivery system, covering usable water needs of the crew for the duration of the mission. NASA has awarded a contract modification to SpaceX to further develop its Starship human landing system to meet agency requirements for long-term human exploration of the Moon. Under Artemis, with this addition, SpaceX will provide a second crewed landing demonstration mission in 2027 as part of NASA. NASA initially selected SpaceX to develop a human landing system variant of Starship to land the next American astronauts on the Moon under Artemis III, which will mark humanity's first return to the lunar surface in more than 50 years. As part of that contract, SpaceX will also conduct an uncrewed demonstration mission to the Moon prior to Artemis III. Astronaut moon landers are a vital part of NASA's deep space exploration plans, along with the Space Launch System rocket, Orion spacecraft, ground systems, spacesuits and rovers, and Gateway.